Oh no, it's started again. I feel it coming, my heartache again. My skin pale, I've been frail, I've been jail. Holy hell, my blood pressure's rising, dilating my eyes in their sockets. So I just breathe deep with my hands in my pocket and try to relax. Exhale to the max with Sean on the sax, but it's hard to stay calm to the sound of the soft voice that I attempt to listen to keep my anxiety under control. It's definitely in undergrad. I had a severe anxiety attack, and it was at the moment I least expected it. I was on my bed just watching Netflix, and I just started sweating profusely. And I had some chest tightness, and I couldn't breathe. If you can envision an invisible hand preventing you to breathe, it is scary. No one actually dies from an anxiety attack because physically you can still breathe. The air goes in and out. But just that feeling, it feels like the closest thing to you're about to die. Hi, so my name is Arash. I'm a fourth-year pharmacy student at the University of Toronto. I take a lot of pictures, and I do spoken words at local cafes and improv classes. Not improv classes, sorry. At open mic nights. It varies a lot based on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I've talked about past relationships. The most recent one was about my anxiety, something I've been very secretive about up until now. I think at the time, I still hadn't been sent out pharmacy. I still had my eyes on medical school. It wasn't the best thing for me at the time. I just dived straight into one of the most competitive programs. I need to reevaluate my options, which was why pharmacy was a great help for me. It's not that it's on a lower scale than medical school is, but it was a lot less emotionally draining. So, although I don't do this all the time, but once in a while, if I'm feeling like today, I want to have a good day, I try making my bed. The first thing that I do, I get out and I make my bed. It's because it's the easiest thing to do, and it's the first task that you can accomplish in a day. At least if you do that, then you can tell yourself that you've accomplished something today. Even if you spend the entire day on the couch watching TV, you'll tell yourself that I've done something right. Unfortunately, whenever I'm at my lowest, I write the most because I'm at my most expressive when I'm in my lowest. Instead of seeing my low point as a defeat, I try to turn it into something a little bit more creative that I can potentially use in the future. I love it because even as a healthcare professional, I know a lot of illnesses are solely medication-based. For instance, diabetes. There's nothing that any sort of counseling can do for you. But mental illness is a completely different ballgame. So it definitely needs a multidisciplinary approach to it. You definitely have to seek other outlets or other sorts of help if you want to be at your best. You just have to be comfortable in your skin to be able to talk, and if you can communicate what you're saying through the spoken word, you can clearly elaborate on how you're feeling and express your message in a way that can get across in order to get someone to relate back to you. Art's a form of expression, right? And I think that's very common in our society. People write music about their feelings and their experiences. The first step is always acknowledging whether or not you can deal with it yourself, and if you can't, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta seek help. Because it's not something that just goes away. Talk to the first person you feel the most comfortable to, whether that be your parents, your brother, sister, your closest friend. And just describe how you're feeling to them and see how that makes you feel. The resources are there, it's just accessing them, which is a little bit difficult and intimidating. But once you're there, the support is just crazy. So here's hoping that one day we can combat this enigma and remember one thing. Please fight the stigma. Thank you.